Here are the tools I'm using for this tutorial. I have a pair of flush cutters, a pair of flat nose pliers, and a pair of looping pliers. The materials I'm using for this are 2 accent pieces. I'm using 12 small jump rings, 2 ear wires, 20 head pins, and 20 beads. I like to use a bowl too to keep my beads in so they don't roll all over the place. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and connect my ear wires to my chain. That way the chain will be easier to hold. And I'm just going to open my chain up. Slip the ear wire on and close it up. Then I'll do the same for the other one. Now that I have them connected, they'll be much easier to work with. The set of beads I have has small, medium, and large sizes. So I'm going to use the larger ones up top, then the mediums, then the small ones at the bottom. It'll look more like a grape cluster, larger at the top and smaller at the bottom. Okay, I've got these all set up. I'm going to put them on a head pin and just make a simple loop. So when I cut the head pin to size to make a loop, I measure usually with my pinky finger. I use my flush cutters and cut right up against it. And I like to do all the cuts first, then all the loops. Okay, I've got them all lined up to do loops. This is how I like to do things. I like to do one step at a time all the way through each one, kind of assembly line fashion, because it seems like it makes things go a little bit faster. Instead of having to do 3 steps per item, I do 1 step for all of them, the second and the third for all of them. So it goes by a little bit faster that way. Okay, I'm just going to make a simple loop on each one of these, and what I like to do is put my thumbnail right up against this and kick it back a little bit at an angle. Sometimes I don't put my thumb down, I just hold the bead and kick that back. Go. Good little loop there. I'm going to loop every single one of these and then be right back. If your bead is really small or the head pin is very firm, it's harder to make a loop because you want to start off, if you just loop it as it is, you end up with a sideways loop. So you want to bend it back a little bit, and that's why I like to use my thumbnail. I get a hold of the bead really well, and then I actually bend that up against my nail instead of bending it up against the bead. Okay, now I've got all my little charms looped. It's time to assemble the earrings. The first thing I'm going to do is attach my sugar skull accent piece to my earring. I'm going to open this last jump ring up. And I want to make sure this is facing the correct way, so I'm going to stretch this out and line this up. Okay, I believe I've got it going the right way. It's kind of hard for me to tell from here. Okay, and then I'm just going to close that loop. Now when it dangles down, is going to hang facing forward. The next thing we're going to do is attach all those little charms. The same jump ring that we put the sugar skull on is going to be the first one we're going to work on. I'm going to put one charm on this side of the link and one charm on this side. I'm using my smallest charms first. Just open it back up. One on this side. And one on this side. Close that up all the way. There's our first angle. And we're going to do the same thing all the way up. Tried to open that from the wrong end. Okay, going into the next link in the chain. On that side. One on the other. And I'll do this all the way up the chain. And here's the earring with all the charms added to it. Okay, when you're making a cluster earring like this, make sure you put one charm on each side of the chain. And make sure you're moving up to the next link in the chain before you add more beads. And there are the finished earrings. If you like this video, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I'll have some more jewelry videos coming. If you have anything you'd like to learn about, please let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can't make a video for you. Thank you.